All right, there have been a couple comments talking about Jesus said that we're not supposed to look for signs. And I'm going to read where I believe they get this from. And this is in Matthew chapter 12, starting at verse 38. Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee. But he answered and said unto them, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. So what is Jesus talking about here? Because we know in Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through 17, that the sun, the moon, and the stars are there for signs. So is that what type of sign Jesus was asked to give to the scribes and Pharisees? No. That is not the type of sign that we're talking about here. They were talking about, as well as Jesus was talking about, a miracle as far as healing somebody, raising them from the dead, etc. That's the whole context of the type of sign that is being talked about there. Just like in Mark 16, when it says, These signs shall follow your salvation, speaking in tongues, drinking poison and it not making you sick, etc., raising the dead, things like that. Those type of signs is what we are talking about here in context. And they were saying it in the wrong spirit anyways. Scribes and Pharisees hated Jesus anyways. But keeping this in context, they weren't asking him to do an eclipse or a blood moon. They weren't talking about the Mazzaroth in the heavens or the stars. That is not the context of what type of sign Jesus is talking about here. So are we to look to the heavens for signs? Always. Always, always. Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through 17. Psalms chapter 19, verses 1 through 4. The heavens declare the glory of God, and they speaketh to all the earth. They are telling us things all the time. We just have to understand what it means. Our interpretation is what is faulty. So again, keeping this signs issue in context, when Jesus said a wicked and adulterous generation seek after a sign, he's not talking about heavenly signs. He's talking about signs like in Mark 16, healing, drinking poison, raising people from the dead, etc. That's the type of signs that he was doing when he was walking around. And that's the type of signs that they were talking about and Jesus was talking about. Had nothing to do with the heavenly signs, the type of signs that we are looking at today. There's nothing wicked about that. So just wanted to address that real quick because I had two comments referring to that. We got to keep everything in context.